Hi, I'm celebrity menswear stylist Ashley Weston. So I'm gonna warn you right out the gate on this one. I'm probably gonna say some things about men's bags that you're gonna disagree with, which is totally fine. If so, leave your comment below or in my private community and let's chat about it. I think Dave B makes a good case for why this is a good thing in a recent video of mine where he said, "You know more than I do, but I still disagree from time to time. If we agreed on everything, I wouldn't watch. I'm here to learn what you know about things I don't." Having helped my clients with their bag needs for over 10 years now, and due to the access I have to pretty much any brand, big or small, I've probably tested and used more bags than most guys will see in their lifetime. So hopefully you can watch this video with the understanding that I'm trying to help you from the perspective of experience and love. And sometimes that love is gonna hurt a little. In this video, I'm going to go over the different types of men's bags, why you should consider owning them, as well as what to look for when buying one so you can make the best choice possible. I'll also include links to my favorite budget and high-end options in the description below, so don't miss those after watching this video. Okay, so let's do something fun and interactive with this one. List your bags in order of importance in the comment section of this video and let's compare notes. First up is a bag every man should own regardless of his age, budget, or lifestyle. What's interesting is that until I sat down to put this video together, I definitely wouldn't have made this one my top choice. However, I can't think of a single scenario where out of all the bags in this video, this wouldn't be needed at some point in every man's life. And what is that bag? A Tote Kit, also known as a toiletry bag. Now, if you're unfamiliar with them, a toiletry bag holds and organizes all of your toiletry and grooming items when you're traveling, going to the gym, or if you're staying anywhere outside of your home, even for a single night. They also make packing and unpacking quick and easy as well, so unless you're a shut-in, you'll need one of these at some point in your life. On top of that, there's simply just no good alternative to a toiletry bag. I mean, technically, you could throw everything in a bag or your luggage, but that'll just be a disorganized mess or a disaster if something spills. You could also use a plastic bag, and you might have to in some cases due to travel regulations, but that's just gonna be a temporary solution at best, and they just won't last as long as a well-made toiletry bag. Now, my favorite Tote Kits have these characteristics. They allow easy access to all the contents. They have a waterproof lining, so if something spills, the mess is entirely contained and won't damage anything in your luggage. All you have to do is just remove the items, rinse it out, and you're good to go. The third thing is they're made out of long-lasting materials, so you can get many years or decades of use out of them. And if I may give a woman's perspective for a moment, in dating and in life, we always look for subtle details about a person to learn a little more about them, just like guys do, but women are usually a little more attuned to more subtle things. Just like how I always say that your shoes tell the story of you, even if you don't realize it, this also goes for the accessories you choose to carry. When one of my clients asks why having a toiletry kit is important, on top of just the storage and spillage reasons, I tell them that when a woman sees a man who is organized and respects himself enough to have nice toiletries, it makes us feel good about our choice to spend time together. Now, will a woman stop dating you because you don't have a proper toiletry kit? No, but that's not why I'm suggesting you own one. I'm just saying to look at them from outside a pure utility perspective as well. Out of all the Tote Kits I've tested over the years, my favorites are made of black or brown leather because it looks really classy and it's more durable than fabric options. Plus, they can also match some of the other bags I'll be talking about in this video. Another thing I prefer is a top-loading version with a zipper because it doesn't sacrifice storage space to accommodate a hinge on the top like the classic Tote Kit, which allows for quick, easy, and safe access to all the contents. Now, this is important because I had a client take a chunk out of his finger with his razor while rooting through the bag that wasn't as easily accessible as this one here, which started me on the quest to find something better. The beauty of a well-made dopp kit is that they're gonna last for several decades, if not the rest of your life. So this one has been used for over 6 years now and basically looks as good as new. Unless things dramatically change over the course of your life, this should be the last toiletry bag you ever buy. So if you're hesitant because of pricing for a higher end leather one, don't be. The cost per year will be so small that it's absolutely worth it to splurge on a nice one. See my favorite dopp kits, including a few different styles for all budget ranges, in the description below. Next up is a bag that, as far as functionality is concerned, there's really nothing better. This bag will fill a bunch of needs, like when you work in a more casual environment and a briefcase would be out of place, or when you need a bag for traveling, hiking, going to the coffee shop, or just any time you need to carry your laptop and personal items. To me, there's really nothing better or utilitarian for general day-to-day use. However, there are some occasions when they aren't appropriate, and I see a lot of guys using it incorrectly. So what am I talking about? One sec. A backpack. So I look for a few traits when it comes to backpacks for my clients. It should have a clean, minimal, timeless design like this one. Notice there's no logos or a bunch of straps, cables, buckles, or other flourishes on it. It should also be able to hold a tablet or laptop. It should be comfortable, of course. It should be quality made and hopefully last you a long time. Now, if your budget doesn't allow for some of my top choices, that's okay. I included some good budget-friendly ones as well. As I said before, where a lot of guys go wrong is thinking that a backpack is the one bag they need, no matter what they're wearing and doing. Now, even a luxury leather backpack doesn't work in every scenario. If you're wearing a suede jacket, suit, or blazer, then you should never ever use a backpack because the straps are going to ruin the shoulders by creasing the fabric, ruining the padding, or causing unnecessary wear on the shoulders. The simple rule of thumb to follow is that if it's made of suede or has shoulder pads, you shouldn't use anything with a shoulder strap. That means a backpack, messenger, or crossbody. You should instead carry your necessities in something with handles so you can preserve the look and integrity of your jacket. Now, if you're looking for something classy and functional, leather is a great option, but there's a lot of good non-leather backpacks that hit all the same notes as well. So I'll definitely leave it up to you to decide which one you prefer. I'd say that if you lean a little more dressy or smart casual, go with leather. And if you lean a little bit more, regular casual, like t-shirts, sweaters, and jeans, go with a non-leather option. So one of my favorite non-leather backpacks is this one from Peak Design, which has an easy access top compartment, a padded laptop compartment, and it has side zippers for accessing the main areas that has adjustable sections that are customizable to your needs. This company tends to market to photographers, but I know a lot of men who use them that aren't photographers and think they're just the bee's knees, my husband included. To see all my favorite leather and non-leather backpacks, see the video description for details. Next up is a bag that will likely be used more than most others when traveling. If you're like a majority of my clients who typically go on shorter trips ranging anywhere from 1 day or up to about a week, you'll be using a weekender bag. So this is an essential because it fills the void left when a backpack would just be too small and a roller luggage would just be too much. Okay, so before we get into the requirements for a good weekender bag, let's quickly go over a few mistakes I see a lot of guys making with them. So number one, they use it as a gym bag. They're way too big and nice to be shoving in and out of lockers. If you need a gym bag, get one or use a backpack instead. Number two, this one always baffles me, using it as a day-to-day work bag. These are not to be used for work. There are other bags like a briefcase, messenger, or backpack for this purpose. Okay, so this next mistake I kind of get, but there's a problem with it. Using it as a garment bag. If you need to carry a suit or other delicate items, that's what a garment bag is specifically for. Now, I've seen a few weekender bags that have garment bags built into them, but I cringe because you're just asking for horribly wrinkled clothing. If you need to bring a suit with you, just put it in a proper garment bag and carry it separately, or pack it gently into a larger checked luggage where it'll have more space and it won't be all jostled around as much. Weekenders are not the do-all be-all bag, so please don't treat them like one. All right, so now that you know what not to do with your weekender bags, let's talk about some things I look for in a quality one. It should have a clean, classic design that is also functional. It should be made out of high-quality materials and have a rigid construction with a good, smooth zipper. A bad zipper gets infuriating really quickly, trust me on this one. And hopefully, if the bag is a high-quality leather one, it comes with a lifetime warranty. Also, another important point, it should meet airlines' carry-on size requirements. And lastly, it shouldn't have any contrasting stitching, nor a bunch of straps, rivets, buckles, or other embellishments all over it, including no big tacky logos. I see a lot of weekender bags that just have way too much stuff on them that they just don't look quite right to me. As far as colors go, I love tan, black, navy, gray, or a dark chocolate brown like I have here from today's sponsor, Carl Friedrich. Now, if you want a bag that hits all the notes I just discussed, look no further than Carl Friedrich's Polizzi Weekend Bag. It features a modern, elegant, and functional design, rigid construction with internal compartments so that it fits smaller accessories, and it has an amazing zipper. It's made of high quality vegetable tan Italian leather that will patina nicely with age, and you have the ability to choose the lining and accent color like you see here, as well as a monogram if you want. Plus, this bag, as well as a lot of their other products, comes with a 100-day money-back guarantee. So if you use it and aren't satisfied, simply return it for a full refund. On top of that, it comes with an amazing lifetime warranty. Aside from hitting every single note I look for in a quality weekender bag, the price is really damn good for the quality you get, and the price just gets even better if you use my super limited time offer code in the description. As a user of Carl Friedrich's products, including their Polizzi Weekender, I can't say enough good things about them. I also really love that it matches their roller luggage, which if you've followed me for a while now, you know I'm a sucker for matching the materials of luggages, so it's just that little extra touch I look for. See the description for details and pick up your Polizzi Weekender bag by Carl Friedrich and give it a 100-day trial and tell me how much you love it. Next up is a bag that I'm honestly not a fan of. Well, okay, more specifically, I'm not a fan of how they're used by majority of men. I can maybe see how someone would prefer or use this bag, but it would be a very rare exception when I'd recommend it over another bag that fills the same role, but personally is better in my opinion. What I'm talking about are messenger bags. So in this section, I'm gonna try and talk you out of getting one and offer a better option that hits all the same notes, yet is more versatile. Now, if you think I'm crazy, let me know in the comments section below and let's chat about it further. Okay, so let me list why I dislike messenger bags first. First, they tend to look sloppy since they're not made of a more rigid material. Second, they serve the exact same purpose as a backpack and will just ruin a suede jacket, sport coat, or suit jacket in exactly the same way. Except a messenger will only do it to one shoulder instead of two. Another reason, they're bad for your back and shoulders if you need to carry heavier items. Seriously, I've definitely hurt my shoulder. They're also less secure than other bags and will move around if you're doing more than just walking. Look, there's a much better, classier option that isn't a backpack, which comes in a similar shape, size, and profile as a messenger bag. What it all boils down to is that I think a messenger bag is just the sloppier, less versatile version of a modern briefcase with a removable shoulder strap. A modern briefcase is the grown-up version of a messenger bag that fills the same role but is more versatile and shows you're a man who cares about details and values the items he chooses to carry with him. So let's talk about what you're probably using your messenger for and why you have two better options available. If you work in a casual environment where a messenger bag is appropriate, then a backpack, whether leather or a fabric one, will fill the same role, look better, and be more versatile in how you use it. Now, if you work in a more formal or upscale environment where a backpack or messenger would be inappropriate, then a modern briefcase is what you need. A modern briefcase has these characteristics. One, it has a detachable shoulder strap and permanent handles so it can be slung over a shoulder like a messenger bag when worn with your casual outfits. Or it can be detached and carried by the handles like a traditional briefcase with your suited or more upscale outfits. Second, it looks classy and timeless and should be able to hold a laptop and paperwork. Next, it's free of big logos, contrasting stitching, buckles, straps, or needless embellishment. It should be a size appropriate for your needs, so anywhere from 1 to 3 gussets, which are the sections you see on the bags on the screen. If you need to carry more stuff than a triple gusset can handle, you may need to combine a briefcase with a classy tote bag, which I'll get into in a sec. Or you should probably just get a big rolling briefcase that lawyers carry. As for colors and materials, I like the standard colors of tan, dark brown, black, navy, or gray. I'd probably lean more towards black and a medium or dark brown since they'll go with everything. Now, considering this won't be used with super casual outfits or settings, I'd stick to those tried and true colors. For materials, I think leather is king here, and fabric or mixed fabric options are great if your budget doesn't allow for a quality leather. Now, luckily, you can get some pretty decent leather options for a few $100 nowadays. Check out all my favorite modern briefcase options in the description below. This next bag is one I seem to get asked about almost exclusively from people outside of the US, more specifically, Europeans. Now that I've been in Paris for the better part of a year, I'm still confused because I don't see a lot of men using them. What I'm talking about are crossbody bags, slings, and I'm also going to include hip bags here because they seem to fill the same use case. Even though I'm a little confused by these options because I think a smaller backpack would fill the same role, there are some advantages to them. First, they allow you to avoid carrying anything in your pockets or stuffing them to the brim, which looks terrible and is uncomfortable. Also, they're more secure against pickpocketers. Another reason, if you have too much stuff for your pockets and not enough stuff for a smaller backpack, these would be ideal, although I think that's a really fine line and you could probably just as well go with a backpack. You should go with a crossbody or a hip bag. It's up to you. Now, I would suggest getting a hip bag like this one because it allows you to loop it through your belt and wear it on your hip. Or if you want to change it up with a cool strap, you can throw it over your shoulder like a continental soldier. Unlike the other advice I've given you about materials for other bags, I'm going to say that I prefer non-leather options for these since you'll exclusively be wearing them with your casual outfit. So they're much more utilitarian in nature. When I've seen guys with leather crossbodies, they just look off when paired with t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers, since the formality of leather accessories doesn't really work as well with casual items. Now, as for colors, start with something simple like black or gray for just year-round wear, and certainly get some fun colors like yellow, red, green, or whatever to go with your warm weathered outfits. Check out my favorite options in the description below. Okay, so this next bag is definitely another niche one, but I still think they're great if you want something to carry your items in that isn't a backpack. That is a tote bag. So totes are different from most other bags in that they're basically a cloth or leather bucket. I like to just throw random cloth tote bags into my clients' bags because they tend to be needed when you least expect it. So they're great to just have around just in case. Depending on your needs for a tote bag, you probably want to stick to a cheaper canvas option for ease of use and not have to worry about it getting stained or lost when using it. But If you need to use one in a more formal setting, or you want something that just looks more luxurious, I love a leather tote bag as well. I don't think I'd recommend using a tote bag as your main bag though, because they're usually not padded enough to protect electronics like a laptop, but you can technically get away with using one if you really want to. You'll just have to be a little bit more careful with your valuables. Now, as far as colors, if this is your main bag, then definitely a medium or dark brown or a black leather are great options. But if this is not your main bag, I love tan, green, blue, or even natural undyed colors if it's a cloth one. I've listed a few of my favorites in the description, so check them out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.